What is the weirdest reason someone stopped dating you? She found out I was Asian. She thought I was Hispanic the entire time. We had been going out for almost 4 months. I was too nice. Briefly dated a guy and he said it was a turn-off that I was super friendly with staff at restaurants or grocery stores. Gladly holding doors open for others, smiling when I pass people on the street, that kind of thing. Apparently he wanted someone who valued themselves more, and that being nice like that is advertising him a doormat. Bullet dodged. We were different religions. She went to Jesuit camp over the summer and came back and said everyone convinced me to dump you because you're Greek American and I'm a Christian. Needless to say, I was dumbfounded. No wonder realized that your heritage and nationality wasn't a religion, as I was also a Christian. I was out on a date with a woman who told me that she enjoyed smoking meth and playing Beyblades with her roommates. I told her that's not my jam and I wouldn't be down for that environment. In response, she got up and left, saying that I was too judgmental. She told me that I shouldn't knock it until I try it. I was going to text her later and tell her that this was a deal breaker anyways, but it was strange to be seen as the asshole in that one. Dating me made her realize she is ready for love again, so she dumped me and got with her ex. As far as I know, all the times I've been dumped have been for legit reasons. However, there is one that stands out from the rest of that long and distinguished list. At my high school, we had these speakers overhead for announcements and such, but they would also play these really loud beeping tones whenever the bell rang. We're walking down the hall one day right after school let out and she decides that she's going to dump me. It just so happened that we were standing right underneath one of these speakers at the time. I just don't think we should be together anymore because bong, bong, bong. Off goes the final warning bell for bus riders and she trots away with her face in her hands, deeply moved by whatever it was she's just said. It's been 27 years nearly to the day, actually, and I still have no idea how that sentence was supposed to end. I never asked her about it because being 15 at the time I just played it off like I didn't care and didn't want to look bad by going back and asking her why. So I've just kind of accepted that it's one of those unsolved mysteries that you'll just never know the answer to. At this point, not knowing is almost more fun. A cool story to tell on Reddit out of the deal. Anyway, I told him that I do a basic check of my dates' names in the provincial crime database. It just searches for public files. I was a 24-year-old girl, living alone in the middle of a big city, so I always checked out the guys before getting into their cars. This came up naturally, and the guy flipped out about how I was a narc and how I can't be trusted. Weirdly, his name pulled up nothing, not even a parking ticket. She had her hair cut slightly and I didn't notice. I bought her a talking troll doll. Remember the troll doll fad in the 90s? She hated them, but I had no idea. I saw one that spoke some trendy phrase she used a lot and bought it for her. She broke up with me later that week and said she hates troll dolls and just can't see me the same way. That's alright, her dad and I are still good friends 30 years later. He didn't want to tell me. We lived together. We had lunch one day, and later that day he came home from work and said, I want you to leave by the morning. There is no main reason, just a few different things that I don't want to tell you because y'all get hung up on them. Still don't know why 4 years later. He still messages from time to time to hook up, but when I ask him to explain he still refuses. I think it's really weird. In high school, I knew a guy who broke up with a girl he adored because his friend started calling him a chubby chaser. Frankly, I thought she was adorable and maybe 30 pounds overweight at the most, but more importantly, she made him happier than I'd ever seen him. I felt as bad for him as I did for her when he broke up with her. He said she told him, I thought you were better than this. I'm disappointed in you when he told her they should stop seeing each other. He got a puppy and decided he couldn't balance that with dating. I dated a very handsome man from Munich who said a few weeks into dating him, my penis. You will like it. I laughed and said maybe. Next week. I do not find this to be a mutually beneficial relationship anymore. Still wonder about that guy sometimes. This was in high school, summer between 11th and 12th grade. I had a girl that I'd been dating for a couple of months tell me, mid-date, that she didn't like that I got more attention than her when we walked into a party where we both knew people, so she broke up with me. I had a job and couldn't spend every waking moment with her. I wasn't a jealous wreck. Apparently the fact that I was cool with her hanging out with other male friends, people she was friends with before she even met me, was a red flag. Talk about dodging a bullet. Slight difference in height, where it doesn't matter to me at all, but I guess hurt his ego big time. They said I had bad posture. He didn't like my feet,